Dzień dobry, assalamu alaikum, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, hola, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Ken at 10. How are you today? If you're just joining us for the first time, thank you so much for coming along. If you're a regular viewer, then thank you so much for coming back and joining us once again. It's Friday. Yes, my favorite day of the week. I love a Friday, don't you? Many of you will know that. Welcome. It's Ken at 10. Because I'm Ken, it's 10. We talk about property every day, every weekday. We're James Alexander Estate Agents based in Southwest London, Southwest 16, Norbury, which is a Zone 3 commuter area, and one you should check out if you're thinking of investing or living and you need commuter distance to London, because we're great value, lovely people, and you should check it out. We are between Streatham and Croydon, Streatham to the north and Croydon to the south. How are you today? A few things going on here. We did a podcast this morning. We've just producing it at the moment, and that is with Ash Oberoi from Housing and Property Law Partnership, all about leases. And leases are a very emotive subject. They're a very tricky subject, and one that he specializes in. So we've done a special podcast really dedicated to explaining how you can extend your lease, when you should extend your lease, and the current legislation going through Parliament and how it might impact on leasehold reform. Certainly it's there to help leaseholders, but how much it will help remains to be seen. So I encourage you to listen to the podcast. Well worth a listen. That will be live. I'll put the links below me there so you can see. So yeah, check it out. Now, what's going on in the property market? First of all, an article in the Express saying that house sales rose by more than 2/3 in September. Of course, September was the last stamp duty deadline where you had the 2,500 saving, not the massive one we had in June, but nonetheless, it made a difference. And that's because across the UK, that's more significant. Here in London, the 2,500 in the scheme of a £500,000 sale, not quite as significant. But across the UK, an estimated 160,950 homes changed hands, which was 67.5% higher than in August, said HM Revenue and Customs. The September total was 68.4% higher than in September 2020. A stamp duty holiday was tapered from the start of July and then ended completely at the start of this month. Sam Mitchell from Strike said the market enjoyed one final stamp duty holiday, hurrah. Well, we think that that's slightly wrong in the sense that the stamp duty certainly has brought forward a few decisions, but the market's busy anyway. Really didn't need that incentive to get it going. It has been busy across the whole world, actually. Another thing in the Evening Standard today, Nationwide has increased its mortgage costs. Well, you've been hearing it here for many weeks now. We've been saying that interest rates are likely to rise, and Nationwide has joined other lenders in raising the cost of some of its most popular mortgage products. Elliot Nathan of mortgage broker John Charcoal commented, banks are going to start increasing their fixed rates once we see the Bank of England put up base rate coupled with the rising rate of inflation. Once we start to see the first rate rise, the banks will follow suit, and we may not see interest rates as low as these again. Well, of course, the rates have not been put up yet, but it's widely anticipated that they may be. And that's why the lenders are starting to increase their rates. Everyone's favourite Martin Lewis has advised the same thing really in the Daily Star. He says that mortgage holders should see if they can lock into a cheap deal now amid fears over rate rises. I should add, this is not mortgage advice. Seek advice from an independent financial advisor. This is purely educational. He says that it applies double if you're languishing on your lender's standard variable rate. He continued, the more value and certainty in being able, more you value the certainty in being able to stick to a budget, the more you should hedge for a fix and fix for longer. If you're worried about interest rates rising, that is, of course, then fixing is a bit like an insurance policy against this, which it is, of course, it's a good thing. Now, where do you think the highest risk mortgages are in the UK? Do you think it's somewhere up north, somewhere really shady? I don't know. But I'll tell you where it is. It's in Southwest London. It's in Wandsworth. Quite a surprise, that. More mortgages are issued in Wandsworth, Southwest London, are classified as high risk than anywhere else in the UK, according to new figures from the Financial Conduct Authority. And this is information required from a Freedom of Information request. And Paul Rouse, a partner at a tax advisory company, Mazars, noted, South London has long been a favoured area for mortgage lenders, and the stamp duty holiday, the boom in house prices, led to some lenders writing more lending than ever before in the area. Daily Mail reports on the Cladding Tax, which will raise £2 billion in the next 10 years, and this is a tax on developers with profits of more than 25 million a year, and it's understood that the levy will be set between 3 and 5% of their profits this year. About time they paid something towards the tragedy that they created, really, isn't it? You know, it's been so unfair on leaseholds, that whole situation, but at least some redress there. I know it's small beer for those of you that are in the middle of it, but it's something. Building safety costs mean that 10% of affordable homes will not be built, as usual. That's from Inside Housing. The poor at the bottom of the ladder, when the building goes behind schedule, tend to be the ones that suffer the most, and that hasn't changed. Article in Sky News and City AM, millions of UK households are behind on payments, mortgage payments, that is. Almost 4 million British households are believed to be in arrears with household bills. 950,000 of those are thought to be in rent arrears. There is a debt crisis hanging over millions of families on low incomes. While many on higher incomes have enjoyed increased savings and rising house prices during the pandemic, people on low incomes are under serious financial pressure that shows no signs of abating. Well, I would echo that. We've certainly found that locally, and that's why we're supporting the local food bank. And I'm going to put a link up there now again for you. Please do join us. We've got one contributor so far. Of course, we'll be contributing substantially to the fund, but we're looking to raise 3,000, even if you could spare a pound, maybe, just to get everybody else involved. I know a lot of people watch this on various channels. They're a great bunch of people, and Jan Royal and the bunch at Liberty Food Bank deserve your support and help and recognition. So please do contribute to that if you can. And if you can't, then tell other people about it, like and share the broadcast. Apart from that, we have one from Phil Spencer of Property TV fame, and on his YouTube channel, he's saying the most affordable places in the country he's listing if you wish to buy alone. He says that buying with someone else is hard enough, but mortgage maths means becoming a homeowner is even more difficult if you're buying solo. And that's true because, of course, it's a multiple of your income. And if it's two incomes, then that multiple is so much higher. In London, it's very, very hard to see the affordability as an individual, whereas a couple together can afford to jump on the ladder quite often. He says, although many people may be tied to a certain area, now working from home looks here to stay, you may be able to get a great deal if you're prepared to relocate to one of Britain's bargain regions. Whether you want to live there or not, it's another thing, though, isn't it, Phil? So we'll see how that goes. Apart from that, busy day today. Got an interesting valuation today on one, a nice flat overlooking field, which we love those great views and things, So it'd be interesting to chat about that. Shared ownership as well. So that'll be good. And then a 3-bedroom family home this afternoon. Some new instructions that are causing the phones to bubble off the hook at the moment as well. So it's mad busy in all directions. Lettings, just can't get enough stock. There's plenty of tenants out there looking. We've got some good, strong stock coming up, but we're always looking for more. That's both for sales and lettings, really. And as usual, if you're looking for advice, then always get in touch. We love to help you. If you've got particular property problems, if you've got questions, then we can keep you anonymous if you prefer, but you can ask your property questions and we can reply live on this channel for you. So do send in those. And also, it's Halloween next week. So send me your scary stories. We want to talk to people about their scary stories. You can either appear live alongside me, or if you prefer, drop me an email or give me a call and let's chat about your scary property stories, because everybody likes a scary story, don't they? I got one for you, which we'll talk about next week, but I'm sure you got many more. So let's talk about scary property stories next week. And it might be scary in the sense of the deal you found yourself in the middle of, in terms of, the price went up or went down or whatever it is. It may be scary in the fact of something spooky that happened to you, or frightening, or particularly unusual. Got a couple for you so far, but would like lots more. So give me your scary stories. Let's get them all out there and air them for Halloween next week. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you have a fabulous weekend. It's always great to be here chatting to you, and always love the weekend. Fridays are a great day for us because it's a day when we're getting everybody out viewing for the weekend. The weekends being the most critical time for agents, because that's when most of the viewings seem to take place, because people have more time over the weekends generally to arrange those viewings. And this weekend we are absolutely chocker. So it'll be a really busy weekend. We're looking forward to it. Hope you're looking forward to your weekend too. Look after yourselves and your family. We'll be back same time on Monday. Until then, have yourselves a fantastic weekend. Ciao.